Now the question comes, let's say you're dealing with a big Python project and you have to create variables of every single person in your class. Let's say you have 10 people and each one has, different names. So it's a very tedious project. What you do is maybe something like person 1, set that equal to maybe Abby, person 2, set that equal to James, and on and on. So this would continue on till person 10, and by that time you would have collapsed and you'd be groaning, oh my god, I hate Python. Well, that's not the case. Here we talk about multiple declaration, and all it does is you can assign multiple values to multiple variables in one line. Now the way it works, well, you can do something along the lines of this: person 1, person 2, person 3. And I want to set person 1, person 2, and person 3's value as Abby, James, and LeBron. Okay? So once I do this, if I now say person 1, I get Abby, person 2, I get James, and person 3, I get LeBron. You see how it made our work a lot more easier? We didn't have any problem of declaring variables. So this is a very nice feature of Python, multiple declaration. Now let's say we had another case. You had one string. Let's call that string as apples. And you had 10 variables. And what you wanted to do was you wanted to assign apples the value to all the 10 variables. So something along the lines of this: var 1 is equal to apples, var 2 is equal to apples, whoops, okay, var 3 is equal to apples, right, and so on. So right now, as you can see, it's giving me an error: var 3 is equal to apples, invalid syntax. If you haven't guessed already, let's just go through this error as a learning process. You cannot give spaces while implementing or creating your variables. Your variables must be one word. You can do maybe something like my name is, so joining all the words together, but in the end your variable name must be one word. Anyways, going back to our main point, we wanted to set each variable, var1, var2, and var3 as apples without having to do it repetitively. How would we do that? Well, there's also the concept of multiple assignment, where I can say var1 is equal to var2, whoops, is equal to var2 is equal to var3, which is equal to apples. Isn't that neat? So now if I call on var2 or var3 or even var1, all three of these variables have the value of apples. Fantastic. So let's quickly recap what we learned in this lecture. We learned about multiple declaration, where you can assign 3 variables, 3 different values in just one line. And then you also learned about how you can do multiple assignment. 3 variables can also have the exact same value. Fantastic. So in the next lecture, we'll talk about data types. If you don't know what data types are, let me give you a quick hint. What we have been using so far have